Hello there, your friendly librarian here, and I've got a tech tip for you for Tech Tuesday. So today's tip is for staff and students using Gmail, especially those who are new to using Gmail. And it's all about keeping your email organized so that you don't lose track of important emails and you're able to find information quickly and easily when you need it. So right now I didn't want to share my actual school email inbox with everybody. So right now we're looking at the inbox of a dummy account that I made. So basically what it is an email address that I don't actually use. I just use it to sign up for trials of things and stuff like that, where I know they're going to send me a lot of spam email and I don't want to get that for the rest of my life. All right, so the three tools that Gmail gives you are labels, which we could also refer to as folders. They work together, and filters. So let's start by talking about labels and folders. If you look to the left, you have a couple of naturally, right? You can look at your sent email, your trash email, your starred. If you have an important email, you can click here to give it a star. And then when you click on the starred category, you'll see just that most important stuff. But you can also make your own custom labels. So we're going to click on more and scroll down to be able to do that. All right, so I want to click on the bottom here where it says create new label. And the way the labels that you create, it's going to be based on you and what kind of organization makes sense to you. As a student, maybe you want to have a folder or label for each one of your classes to keep it organized that way. If you're a teacher, maybe you want to have a label for different sections or faculty memos in their own folder or parent communications, that sort of thing. Those are the types of labels that I use anyway. So let's say I'm a student and I just want to organize my emails by subject. So I'm going to start by creating a new label called math. Click create, scroll up to see, here it is on the left, right? So in order to add things to that, you can add to it as a folder. And let me show you what the difference is between labeling something or putting it in the folder. So you could make it, you add it to the folder, you can click and drag your email right over to it, drop it, and then notice what happens there. That email no longer shows up in the inbox. But if I click on math, the math label, then I can see anything that I put in there. Or if we go back to the inbox, you can also do that by checking off the email. You could do multiple emails at once, clicking up here where it says move to, and then boom, I could move it to math. And again, when I do it that way, it's no longer in my inbox. So something that I use that for is like important info that they send out at the beginning of the year. And I want to keep it for the whole year. And I want to be able, if I need to remember something, I can look back at it really quick in my important info folder. But it's not there in my inbox all the time, which would be crowding it up and making it harder for me to find things that are relevant right now. All right, so the other way that you can organize is by labeling it. So watch what happens this time. I'm going to click on the checkbox to select this email. And instead of moving to, I'm going to click on the one next to it that says labels. And I want to label it math, not updates, and then hit apply. And then the difference here is it still shows up in my inbox, so I don't forget about it because it's, out of sight, out of mind, but it's labeled math. So if you're using labels, then you can just look down and you're able to see how they're labeled. You can also, if you click on the three dots here next to it, change the label color. So I could set all my math to green. I could set all my English to blue. And then that color coding makes it even easier. And so now, even though it still shows up in my inbox, which is convenient, I can also click over here like I did for the folder, and it still shows up in here as well. So I can see all my math stuff at the same time. right? And you can do that with as many labels as you want to add. Now, the other thing that you can do to help stay organized is use filters. So filters basically tells your email how to handle certain kinds of emails when they come in. So there's two ways that you can access this. One is you can come up to settings, go to see all settings, and there's an option for filters and blocked addresses. And so what you can do is create a new filter, and then you can say, okay, so you can do it by where it comes from, who it's going to, what the subject says. You can even do it by certain words that appear in the email or the file size. But let's say, what I want to do is I want anything coming from Mr. Wilson, my math teacher, to automatically be labeled as math, right? So I put in Mr. Wilson's email address and I hit create filter. And we have lots of options. So basically what it says is anytime a message has that email as the sender, what do I want to do? Do I want to skip it? Do I want to star it? Do I want to mark it as important? Or do I want to apply a label? So check that off, apply the label math, and now any email I get from my math teacher automatically is labeled as math. Right, but that could be tricky with those emails you get from like Google Classroom because they're always sent from some really weird long email address that's like automated, like one of these, the no reply type thing. So check this out. The other way to add a filter is by clicking on the message. And over here, we have the option to star it, the option to reply. But again, coming to our three dots or whatever you call that, I've heard snowman, ice cream cone. You could choose filter messages like this. And then boom, it chooses, it put in the email address for you already. You can create a filter. And then just like we did before, you can apply a certain label or all sorts of other options. All right, so using these tricks, it's going to be up to you, again, what you want your labels to be. You want to organize it in a way that makes sense to you. But if you do that, then you're definitely going to have a much easier time finding emails and important emails when you need them and not losing them and not having a cluttered inbox where it's really hard to find what you're looking for. All right. Thanks for watching. This has been your friendly librarian. I will see you on the next Tech Tuesday. Peace out.